We start, though, with Ruben Amorim, who says he hopes to celebrate many more anniversaries at Manchester United. Amorim takes his United side to Nottingham Forest this Saturday on the back of 3 straight Premier League wins. The Forest game will mark exactly a year since Amorim's appointment, a year which has seen more lows than highs.
It was tough. Was really tough. Good moments, bad moments. I learned a lot. That is really important. I found out that even in my lower moments, I can stick with the things that I believe, and that is a good thing to for anyone to understand that. Today, the answer is different from 3 weeks ago, so it's important to understand that. So it's one of the biggest honors of my life to be here, and I want to continue here for many years.
United have been boosted by Lisandro Martinez returning to training. The Argentina defender's been out of action since February with a serious knee injury. While Saturday comes too soon for the player, Amorim is pleased to have one of his key leaders back.
He wants to go to this one. He's not going to this one. He's going to take time. He started training with us, but we had to change some things in the exercise for him. So slowly he's going to get better. He's really good. He's really good, and he gives us that edge in every training session. That is also really good for us.
Well, Manchester United's director of football, Jason Wilcox, is confident that the club is on the right path for success and insists that they have a clear vision on how to achieve it. Wilcox, who doesn't often speak publicly, said, "We've got a clear plan. We know what we've got to do. We know the areas of the team that we've got to improve. For us to get in the top 4 and consistently challenge for Champions League places, win Champions League, win Premier League, we've got to invest in the squad. We've got to buy the right players," he says, the right players who are talented but also can deal with the pressure, who can take the squad forward. It's not always about just signing elite talent. They've got to have the right character and somebody who can bring something different to the team. We are really happy with where we are. We know where we have to improve. The players will never be satisfied. Ruben will never be happy. I will never be happy. It's just how we are built. So that's the thoughts of Jason Wilcox. But Saturday's game against Forest comes just months after a then out of work Sean Dyche claimed that he'd have won more games than Amorim by playing 4-4-2. Both managers had their say on the matter a little earlier.
Maybe it's true. If we play in the 4-4-2, we won more games, but I always said that I have a way of playing that is going to take a while, and then in the future is going to be better.
Clickbait kills everything, you know, it changed the whole story. I'm sure the Man United have got a big enough press department to watch that whole interview, because I equally said I want managers to be given time. I don't like seeing managers coming out of situations because I've had it.
I can look at Sean Dyche as a manager and then as a pundit. If you are a pundit and you don't say very strong things, I don't want to watch you.
And I equally said a pre-season, and they said what would be a fair timeline. I actually said half a season to continue the work he was doing. But unfortunately, that doesn't make the story. We all know that.
I know that Sean Dyche is really smart and he knows how to play the game. And he also understands that one thing is when we are seeing the game and talking about the game. Other thing is to coach a team.
Well, the points tally, I was suggesting, maybe the basics would have worked better. That was my suggestion. And they have changed their style, so fair play to him, the management side of things, his coaching staff, the players. That doesn't mean he's changed his whole philosophy, it just means he's adapting it to the challenge that's right in front of him, so fair play to him.
Well, I understand that. I have nothing to say. I just want to win the next one.
Really great to see.
Yeah. No, look, fair play to him. He's a great player. And look, Arsenal, I was in the Arsenal Academy. It's a great academy, one of the best in the world. It still is. Produce players, you know, every season, it feels like. So, you know, to be doing it at 15 years old, you know, is an unbelievable achievement. I mean, I was at Hale End when I was 15. I went to Arsenal school there. I couldn't imagine playing for the first team at that age, though. That's just, it's outrageous.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like, I think if everyone thinks what they were doing at 15, to be doing that and to be that confident and cocky on the ball. He touched the ball 34 times last night. And one of the kind of things I always think whenever you're a young player is you quite often look young, quite often you're overeager, you kind of run around like a headless chicken off the ball. He doesn't. If you look at the way he tracks back, the way he goes forward, everything that he does, he looks like he's ready to play at this level, and he's 15. I saw him in pre-season at the Villarreal game, and I had a great seat right in front of him when he came on. And honestly, I've never seen anything like it. And I've watched Ethan Moneri very closely over the last couple of years. Obviously, Miles breaking in as well. But Ethan was one of those, he looked like a young player whenever he first came in. If you look at his debut, Premier League, kind of one of his first games against West Ham, Odegaard kept giving him the ball and he didn't know what to do with it. Diamond just looks ready. And another one as well, Andre Harriman and Nus. The big thing for me with him last night was he knew when to press, when to hold, and where to go. He didn't look like a 17-year-old. And how many 17-year-olds do we see breaking through that are leading the line for a team like Arsenal against someone like Brighton? Because they had some good players out last night, and Jason still can play through you if you give him time.
Yeah, he can. I mean, in October, you've had 6 games, you've conceded no goals. So is this the best defence that you can remember Arsenal having, even better than the late 90s and early 2000s?
Whoa.
In my lifetime, yes. But I don't remember the kind of the Adams Bowl, Keown, Winterburn, because I was too young at the time.
Lee Dixon.
Yeah. And Lee Dixon in there as well. So yeah, that era was kind of before my time. So I saw the end of it, but certainly over the last 25 years, this is the best I've seen. And I think the big thing is that we just don't look like we're going to concede. Although Brighton had chances last night, let's be honest. Kepa made a couple of big saves. There was one chance that went wide. So there were opportunities for Brighton to score last night, but that was with a completely different back four. But ultimately, there is this belief at Arsenal that we're not going to concede. And I don't know what I'm going to do whenever we do, because it's going to feel so weird at this point.
What do you think, Jamie, in terms of their defence, if you
It's
compare
incredible.
it to that? And then, you know, there's the Sol Campbell, Lauren and Ashley Cole, players that they've had.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at it, when I think of Arsenal and I think of Lee Dixon, Winterburn, you know, Keown
And Adams.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah. But look, this is a different type of back foot. Everyone goes on about the defence, and it is a great defence. Gabriel Saliba, amazing. You know, you've got a really good keeper. But when you watch Arsenal, they defend as a team. It ain't just the back four. The whole team defends. Declan Rice, his anticipation of danger, his awareness to get back into spaces. Trossard gets back in. You know, Saka defends. You know, when you watch them defend, it ain't just about having a great back four. The whole team defend as a unit. And that's why they are so hard to break down. And Arsenal are happy sometimes to sit in and say, all right, try and score. Because no one can, you know, and it is remarkable. But it ain't just about the 4 players at the back. It is the whole team that have been unbelievable this season. And fair play to them. They're better than anyone else at it right now.
Adam, I mean, most people are saying that they expect Arsenal to win the Premier League, and I'm sure you agree with that as well. But do you actually expect to win it easily?
No, definitely not. I think the reality is we're 9 games in. We've just seen a 12-point swing in the title race over a 4-game period that no one predicted. We are 9 games into a 38-game season. So let's be real about this. We haven't won the title. It'll be 22 years at the end of this season. I've seen Arsenal in 07-08 have a huge lead and really come out of the traps and really go firing. Things can swing a season. And I think for us right now, it's go and beat Burnley. Don't worry about what's happened in May. Go and beat Burnley on Saturday. Do the job there. Focus on the next game and keep going. It's 1 game at a time.
You're a fan, though. You're talking like you're Mikel Arteta, trying to play it down. You're a fan. You're allowed to talk yourselves up. You're allowed to say you're going to go win every game between now and the end of the season, win the quadruple.
He's the only one that ain't.
That's what I want. That's what I want in my head. But I've been scarred too many times. That's the reality. When I was 18, I might have said this, but I'm a bit older now, and it is a case of let's go and win the next one. The other thing I would say is let's enjoy this as well as fans. We have to really enjoy these moments because we've had some dire times. If you look at all the away trips to Stoke over the years, all the games where Arsenal's weak, like defensive displays, everything that went wrong, it's like let's enjoy every game and take it as it comes, because otherwise you get caught up in this. We have to win the title, and suddenly
you do have to win the title.
We do have to win the title, yes, but we also should enjoy the season as it goes. So for me, it's a case of I'm not looking at the end goal. It's just every week. And actually, the reason I watch football is because I love the game as well. Like every fine detail in the game. That's
Tom,
why you tune in.
they don't want to look at the end because they always bottle it at the end. That's why none of them want that. It's like I just want to think about the next game.
I'm more thinking about the fact he said he's had some dark times away at Stoke, and he's saying it to a Sunderland fan who's in League One.
Yeah, I know.
A few seasons ago. You don't know you're born, Arsenal fans. Believe me. But we've got a poll running at the moment, Adam, saying how many trophies do you think that Arsenal will win this season? All right. So the options, there was 0, 1, 2, and there was 3+. And it's still 47% saying you'll win nothing. What's gone on with that poll, Adam?
47% of your audience are Liverpool and Spurs fans.
I think you might be right there. But in terms
I just kept tapping.
in terms of the first